Hello! I'm here to explain my final bookmaking project. So I saw somebody else also did a tree, so that's very exciting. We're gonna have a whole forest. But this is the book that I made. I know it's kind of backwards on the camera right now, but this is my family tree. My objective in creating this book, it was in the reading that we did for the class. It's sort of like rephrasing the family tree assignment. As a kid, I really kind of struggled with that assignment because I didn't have a clear definition of what family was to me, because I am adopted and my mother is also adopted, on her dad's side. And my parents are twice divorced, and my mom's parents are also divorced, so it's been a lot to try and explain to people over the years, and as a child I really struggled with those kind of questions that came into me, and those things that people were asking me, like, oh, like, why do you have so many grandmas? Because I still have 7 living grandmas. But yeah, you'll see in the book. So I'm going to take you through my little book. I made a little clasp for it. It's a lot of felt. It's a lot of just regular, like, cardstock kind of paper. But yeah, I kind of have to press down and that pops open. And then... yeah, so I did make it in like a very storybook kind of like dialect, I guess you could say, because I do really like children's storybooks, and I think that because this was so important to me as a kid, I kind of wanted it to be more like childlike, if that makes sense. So I'm going to read it. It says, "Families are big, families are small. For bigger ones, it's hard to include them all. Some members are present, some have passed, and I always finished my family tree last," which is very true because I have so many of them. "Who shall I put in? I can't always decide. Shall I include genetics or that my family has split sides? Well, the teacher says family, so I'll give it a go. I draw all my leaves and watch my tree grow and grow and grow." And this is the fun part. So this, I have a little key down here. This is all of my family. This includes my parents, my grandparents, like all my step family as well, and then some of my great-grandparents. So there's no aunts or uncles, no cousins. I have 2 siblings on here. One's my stepsister and the other one's my boyfriend's little brother, because I do include them in my family. So yeah, I'm not gonna unfold it all right now, because it's really annoying to put back together, but you can kind of get the idea. I have this for family that is from like my separated or adopted family. All the green leaves are people who are still living, and all of the red leaves are grandparents or great-grandparents who have passed away. And a fun fact, there is one great-great-grandmother on there. She passed when I was 6 years old, so I did know and have memories of my great-great-grandmother. But yeah. So my family is big, just look at my tree. Now everyone's asking how much family could there possibly be? I wish it was easy, but it's tough to explain. Divorces and adoption aren't on every kid's brain. So let's think it over, let's think it through. What is an easier project for our students to do? I said 4 important people I have close to me takes the stress out of family and makes much neater trees. Or flowers or clovers or peas in a pod, because sometimes explaining my family is odd. So I kind of wanted to have it be like ways to rephrase that kind of assignment, different ways to look at things, because I mean, when you really think about it, a lot of kids, they'll have split families like me. They'll have maybe they only have one grandparent, maybe they only have one parent still living. So it's kind of, if you rephrase it to people who are important to me, it kind of gives them the option to pick and choose different people that, if they have a hard time with family, they can kind of branch out a little bit, no pun intended, and really kind of express themselves in a way that doesn't require a lot of questioning from their classmates and doesn't require a lot of explanation on their end. I think that that's it's something that we as educators need to really look at. I mean, I'm not an art education major, but, still, like, in a class that is surrounded by that kind of thing, I think that it's something that's really important that we think about with like heritage assignments and family assignments, kind of how to rephrase those and how to make them a little bit more inclusive for the kids that we may or will be teaching. So that's my storybook assignment.